Welcome to my channel. My name is Carrie, and on my channel we talk about ascension related topics, veganism, and also natural cures. So stay tuned and we're going to get into the 1010 portal. So if you clicked on this video, you've probably heard of a 1010 portal or 1111 portal or the 1212 portal. And that is because double dates of the month are actually codes that provide the universe with a message that it's time to dispense a certain amount of higher energy onto the Earth's plane. So I've talked about this a little bit in my other videos. If you want to check some of those out, this should be in an Ascension playlist. But to go back and explain some of the fundamentals of the Ascension process, I've always said in my videos that it is a process, meaning it's incrementally happening. We're getting doses of higher energy from the galactic core of the universe, from the grand central sun, and these energies are actually changing everything on our planet. They're changing us, our DNA, they're upgrading us, they're purging things from our subconscious mind. They are changing nature, they are changing animals, they are changing everything. There's nothing that is physical that these energies are not changing. And that is because we are undergoing a vibrational raise as a collective. We are going from the third dimension, from being a third dimensional planet to being a fifth dimensional planet. So this is the most exciting thing that is going on in the entire universe right now, not just on our planet. Because when our planet evolves, it actually progresses many other planets. So there are a lot of off-planetary beings that have a lot of interest in what we are doing. There are a lot of beings that are actually monitoring us from their light ships in the skies. And sometimes you might see some of these light ships. Usually they look like very peculiar clouds, okay? And they're spherical. So you might see some of those. I live in Vegas, so I see them all the time. And I do have some pictures of them posted on certain videos of mine if you want to look through those. So back to the 1010 portal. So we just came through the 99 portal and it was really, really powerful. It really brought a lot of things to the surface because that's what these portals do. When these higher energies come in to the Earth's plane, they kick up a lot of dust, so to speak, okay? And a lot of crap. They trigger a lot of the lower vibrational emotions and energy forms that are being stored in things like systems and in humans. So that's why you might feel like people are kind of losing their crap lately. That's because under the pressure of these energies, many things are coming up to the surface. And they actually have to bubble up to the surface before they can actually be acknowledged and healed and released. So that's why this is a process, and it seems like it's never ending sometimes. But if you think about the fact that we're all eternal, really it's not, it's happening in the blink of an eye, okay? So this process started in earnest in about 1987 on this planet, and it has been raising its vibration. People have been raising their consciousness ever since that. So for some of us, like I was born in 1981, that's pretty much my entire life here. And many of you, and some of you that are even younger, this has been happening your entire life, your current life, okay? So when these portals happen, you will start to feel a lot of intensity. You will, if you're sensitive at all, you can feel these energies coming in. Okay, it might seem like things are coming up for you that just haven't come up for you in a really long time, and you're wondering, why am I thinking about that, or why did that memory surface, or I thought I was completely over that and now all of a sudden I'm like upset, I'm being triggered, I'm crying, or I'm angry, or I'm lashing out on a person for the umpteenth time about the same issue that I thought was already over. Well, I want to encourage you not to be so hard on yourself, because everyone is going through this right now. And you might think that you're regressing. You might think, wow, this is something that I should have already been past. Why is it surfacing for me now? But the truth of it is, when we have a wound that we're dealing with, okay, an issue that we're dealing with, a lot of times we have subconscious blockages that are attached to that issue. And there's many different pieces that go with that issue, okay? I'm going to use this just as an example. Don't worry, it's not something that I'm really dealing with anymore. I've done a lot of work on it, but I was physically abused when I was a child. And there was a lot of memories associated with that wounding, okay? It's like the wound was the same, obviously, the abuse, feeling abandoned, feeling not good enough, feeling unloved, feeling like what's wrong with me? I must be bad, or this wouldn't be happening to me, the self-blame. There is a lot of aspects tied into these situations. So, 5 years ago, I might have cleared a piece of it. A certain memory surfaced, and I cleared that, and I worked with that, and I healed that. But then maybe 3 years later, another portion of it comes up out of nowhere, or something someone does triggers it, right? And you do feel like, oh God, I'm regressing, I didn't really get over it and all this. But the truth of it is, it's really just another piece of it coming up for healing, okay? Because you don't lose your progress. Every single time you clear anything, no matter how small, it's permanent, it's quantum, okay? This is what I do in one of my jobs. I do quantum energy release. I do a process called quantum release therapy, okay? And it's a lot more effective than counseling. So I will leave my email address in the description. If any of you want a session, I can do it over the phone as well as in person. So with this releasing stuff that's coming up, the best thing to do for yourself is not to distract yourself, okay? It's very alluring to want to distract yourself when you feel this stuff coming up, because it doesn't feel good. In fact, it feels really horrible sometimes. And sometimes it even feels like you're in so much pain that you want to just basically kill yourself. I mean, that's the level of pain we're talking about when we're talking about soul healing, okay? So you're not crazy if you're having those thoughts or feeling these things. I just want to encourage you to realize that it's because there is a bigger plan unfolding here. There is a higher purpose that's happening to you and to our planet. And this is all part of that. This is all part of the healing, because as humans, we've had many different lifetimes, and we've carried a lot of negative memories of abuse and oppression and many things, shame, guilt. There's so many things going on. And so we're in a collective healing pot, basically. So when these portals come up, they're very powerful. Okay, and they're sending very powerful energy onto the Earth's plane. And this energy is transformative. So you have to be more patient with yourself during these portals, meaning, lighten your obligation load as much as you possibly can, okay? I used to love to go out. I used to love to go dancing and things of that nature. And I'm not saying I never ever would again, but my ascension process has taken so much of my energy, both emotional and physical, that I've really had to let go of some of those activities, because it was just nearly impossible for me to do my inner work and try to maintain much of a social life. Okay, so I do have a little bit of one, don't get me wrong, but my friendships are based on healthier activities now, like running together, or going and having a healthy lunch somewhere, or going out in nature together, things of that nature. So You might have noticed things surfacing that I've always said one of the best things to do is to take a salt bath. That really, really helps to cleanse you. That really, really helps to detox you. And it really just rebalances your minerals in your body so that you have more balance, so you're able to cope with these things, okay? You might notice a lot of people leaving your life during portals, or more people leaving your life. And it's not as if like they're not, like, you know, you can reach out and talk to them or go see them if you really wanted to, but there just feels like there's like this invisible wall between you. And there really is. It's a separation, okay? It's a energetic separation that has occurred because you've jumped up in your vibration, and many times they haven't. And so you're gonna feel like there's just not, there, you can't relate. There's not resonating. It kind of feels like, what's the point in getting together with this person? There's not going to be a lot of resonating. So it seems more like a superficial interaction, or something that you just have to go through the motions because you've known this person or whatever. And you really don't have to. That's the thing. You'll always be redirected to people who match your level of consciousness, and you'll find new people coming into your life, or you'll find yourself suddenly relating to someone that you knew that you weren't really related to, but suddenly you're finding out, wow, we really do resonate more, okay? And these connections that we're forming in the higher dimensions, they're going to be a lot deeper. They're going to be people who are looking past our physical self into our souls. They're going to be based more on unconditional love and acceptance, and a recognition that we are all one. Okay, they're going to be very kind of team-oriented, where we're going to be depending on each other more to do projects, you know, and to get things accomplished. But whereas in the past a lot of that came with manipulation and a power game, it's not going to be like that now. These higher connections that we're making are going to feel really warm, really very cooperative, you know, feel very natural and fun and trusting. So it's a very exciting time on the earth. We've got 4 more portals until the new year of 2020. We have the 1010, the 1111, the 1212, and the 1221, which is the winter solstice. So these are massive. And then beyond that, even the first day of the year, the 1-1, is also a portal, and this year is going to be 1-1-2020. So lots of different codes for the universe to deliver more amazing energy for our transformation, for our return to the light, for our collective evolution. It's a very blessed time to be on this earth. I hope you're as excited as I am, even though these portals, you know, they might not feel very fun, and you might notice some people just really like kind of regressing and things like that. But you know, you just stay on your 5D path, and I promise you just keep on your path. You keep letting go of things that want to go, or things that need to go, and you keep embracing what is coming towards you. You keep embracing what is evidently for you, and before you know it, you're going to be in such a joyful place. And I'm so happy for all of us. So thank you for watching. I hope you like my video. I hope you subscribe to my channel. I would love to help you in any way that I can. So if you have a question, leave it in the comments. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.